Practice at home. If you get that loading good, you get that loading right. On the field, you're going to get under pressure. When you're under that pressure, well, shit, I already have this muscle memory. Now you're not losing arrows. Now you're not in the wrong position. All right, one of the things that I wanted to cover with this basic class is instinct shooting versus point target shooting. There's two things I've been asked. One, Gray, why doesn't your arrow ever come off your butt unless you fire? That's why, because I have it securely fastened, and I hold it down. The other thing I'm asked is, Gray, why is it you can slip between two shieldmen and pop me in the chest when they're in between us? It's because I practice point archery with instinct shooting. So instinct shooting is, right, I didn't aim, I didn't fucking pause, just
Good dummy,
right?
good dummy. Round of applause for the dummy.
I love my dummy. I love my point target. If you watch me on the field, especially if I have time during the fight to see which way they're rolling, left or right, coming up the center, you'll see me draw down, I'll pull to my cheek, I'll walk back and forth. What I'm doing, this part of your cheek, if you pull this portion of your thumb and you anchor it to that cheekbone, when you draw down, you pull to that point every time, you're going to have a more consistent pull. You're taking that pause, catching your breath, breathe in, hold it, release. Never breathe while you're firing, because when you do that, it's going to change your trajectory. Because if I breathe in, I'm up here. If I breathe out, I'm down here, right? If I breathe hold, I'm in that exact same position, exact same moment every time. So a big thing is practicing that. Practice pulling the exact same spot every time. What I do at the house is I'll take duct tape and I'll put it on a wall, and I'll do a silhouette of a standard sized body, and I'll cut the head off, cut the arms off, cut the waist off, separate the individual legs. Now I'll go, okay, I'm practicing 100 left-hand shots. I take that left arm 100 times until I hit it 100 times. I'll practice my right arm 100 times until I hit that right arm 100 times. That's all I focus. Same thing with the body. For Stag and Bell, I practice headshots. For Amtgard, it's illegal. Don't practice headshots if you're only playing Amtgard. Alright, torso, I focus dead center. Aim small, miss small. If I'm aiming for this point here, even if I'm off by an inch, I'm still hitting torso, right? If you aim big, cool, I'm going to aim for his whole head. I'm going to aim for his whole arm. I'm not actually putting my arrow where I need it, because it's like, an average arm is about this long. What point on that are you aiming? Aim a small target area. Even if you're off, you're still going to hit that target area. The other thing I do from there is, if I want, say, more pressure firing, I want to try to figure out, okay, yeah, I can hit this point all day long on a standard shot, but what happens if it's random? What if I have a wizard pointing at me that's armed and I want to shoot his other arm just to piss him off? Cool, alright, so I'll have someone stand by with a D6. Everyone knows what a D6 is, right? Y'all are nerds. Alright, so roll a D6, designate one is right arm, two is left arm, your target areas, right? Have someone roll that D6 and go, 2. Okay, cool, I have to pop that left arm. Start getting to where you can recognize the number or recognize what hit location they're calling out to you, and then start giving yourself a time limit. He rolls, they roll, I have 2 seconds to hit at what target they're calling out. Now you're putting pressure on yourself to pop those shots, so when you get someone rushing you, you got that 2-second gap. You know you can pop it, you can take their leg, you can take their arm, whatever you need to do, right? You're practicing instinct shooting, but you're also narrowing down your point target, right? Are there any questions so far? I know this is just a quick, dirty rundown. No? What you got?
How do you adjust your aim?
Alright, so adjusting aim, there's 2 ways to do it. If your aim is off to the point I'm shooting and I am firing left of the person every time, okay, well, you're firing consistently if that arrow is landing in the same area consistently, so that you need to aim down your shaft and figure out where your head is going in order to adjust fire for what that point is, right? It's called Kentucky windage. If I'm shooting and my arrow or my round is going this way, every time, I don't change anything else, I just shift the head, and now I'm firing on target, so I know, okay, cool, my head is this much off center, so I have to aim on the edge of these arrows rather than the center of these arrows. And where that comes into play, if you're like me, all of my like my red, my green, and my purple arrows fire center. They fly straight. My phase arrows, every one of them, I don't know why, will fly to the right. So when I'm firing my phase arrows, I shift the head to the left a little bit to counter that. What you got?
What happens if I got shot in the arm?
What happens if you get shot in the arm? Good question. Glad you asked that. So, if you get shot in the arm, it's not the end of the world. You have two choices. One, hey, healer, heal me. Cool, you're up and running. But if you're on your own or if you're on the back and there's a good amount of the field and you have no healer, cool. Practice this. Drop down, anchor your toes right on your arrow. So you'll see me, I'll get 5, 6, 7 shots out, and then I'll have to spend the recharging kit out. I'll get another 5, 6, 7 shots out. We're Gatling gun. Now, with that, if you want to get even better with it, find you a battery bar. Have your battery bar to your side. It reduces your incant in half, rounded down, which means as an archer, I only have to say the charging kit once if I have a battery bar with it. Right? So essentially, I say it once, kill, 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 say it once, kill, kill, kill. Right? With the arrows for newbies, you have multiple types of specialty arrows, right? So you have suppression arrow, you have destruction arrow, you have poison arrow, you have pinning arrow, and then you have phase arrow. Alright? Where the phase arrow is important is we have wizards and people that are casting pro protection against projectiles. Phase arrow ignores that incant. So if you hit them in the chest with a phase arrow and they go pro, look at them, grin and go, phase arrow. And they're going to go. Alright? Destruction arrow. On the line, you are support. You see warriors with 3 points, 5 points of armor. Charge your destruction arrows, take that armor away from them. Alright? Suppression. Wizard. Really, really irritating. There's a couple of them out here. They'll hop behind the wall, point, start yelling, casting their spells, creating chaos. Shoot them in the leg with a suppression arrow. They can no longer cast for 60 seconds. Pinning arrow, it's exactly what it says. If you hit someone with a pinning arrow, they are stopped. They can fight, but they cannot move from that spot until that either they are released or their time is up, right? So if a warrior is being a real particular pain and rushing your line, hit them with a pinning arrow. If they hit it with the shield that's engulfing it, it counts as a stop, even if they shield block it. So you pin them, it may not stop, it may not eliminate the threat immediately, but it gives your time to back up, go surround them, and take out their armor, take out their points, and take them down. Poison arrow. That is your bread and butter as a sniper. Alright, if you have poison arrow and you have momentum that you're casting, find people, your wizards, your monks that you know can't block your arrows, barbars, people that aren't wearing armor. Take their legs, take their chests. As soon as they call dead, momentum, poison arrow. Rinse, wash, repeat. You do that, you are a viable threat for how many ever arrows you have on you. I've had people literally bum rush me 2 or 3 deep because they're like, yeah, no, this has got to stop. Alright? People will get irritated with you. They're going to be like, this is cheap, this is wrong. This is my class. You don't like it? Go to AI and have them change the rule set because this is our momentum, or this is our threat right now. Now, with that being said, specialty arrows are one of the only arrows in the ROP you cannot share. So no matter how much I look at you and we're teammates and I go, can I please have your poison arrow? I cannot use your poison arrow, you cannot use mine. Alright? Where that gets tricky is when you're firing at the other team. You gotta watch it because if they fire it back and hit you with 1-year-old specialty arrows, it's negated because it is an illegal move. So make sure you watch that. Make sure you watch people that are firing specialty arrows that they're not theirs. The other drawback to being a sniper, an archer can fire as many regular arrows as they want, right? A sniper may only shoot specialty arrows, which means you can only shoot what you bring to the field. Hits the trash can of hate with 3 dozen arrows because I'm not running out of ammunition. No.
He wheels it around.
So when I'm on the field, I literally wheel it around I'll find, like, especially the walls like this, I'll find a wall I like that lines up good on our hallways and stuff. I'll park it right there. Fire, momentum, draw the next arrow. Fire, charge, draw my next arrow. And, you know, I might take 5-10 feet off that trash can, but I'm never further than this away from my trash can. And what that does, if you get people used to that, and you figure out that, say, an assassin is picking up around you and they're starting to get a kill or two on you, cool. Draw that poison. 30 foot behind my players, guess who's trying to come back and hit my trash can? Now they're thinking this is your stand spot. This is where you always are. Yeah, but I watched you try to come around, so I used it as a distraction point too. So it is a tool just like any other. Armor-wise, you are authorized to wear 2 points of armor, right? With that being said, my armor, I have leather and I have chainmail. My chain and dragon scale is a shoulder piece that protects my arm. My torso piece is a leather piece that protects my chest. You can wear any armor you want. The caveat to it is, if someone rushes you, you must identify 2 points of armor only. So if you're wearing plate now, someone rushes you as an archer, 2 points, only 2 points, right? It lets them know I don't have to hit this archer 7 times. It also lets them know, okay, they're wearing this plate, but they are an archer. They're not playing some other weird combo of a class. Personally, I prefer chainmail and leather. It's easier to move in. It's easy to mold to yourself. I do recommend getting arm armor, torso armor for archers. Arm armor, one of the things I do that really irritates people, they come up, they go to swing, I'll throw my bow like this, because I'm really not afraid of it hurting or breaking. I'll throw the bow, I'll let the bow break and take off running. When I get a sufficient gap, make the same hole again, mend my bow, and I'll keep going at it. And where that gets fun is when they hit the bow, they're so naturally used to archers taking the arm because my precious bow, they take the bow and they walk away. Okay, I'm in this, I shoot them in the back. I thought I took your arm. No, you both broke my bow. I said bow broke and you left. This is a shield for you. It is a 1-point shield. So don't be afraid to use it. They are foam weapons. Like I said, I've had this one almost 4 years. I do this consistently. I've had one bow actually break and that was my own fault. It's because I threw it up like this, they hit it, I turned around and tripped, and it caught a corner like that, and the whole lens snapped on me. Oh, God. It sucks.
It's scary.
Dude, it was. The whole thing, like, flipped around because of the top string, and I'm just like... But yeah, that's the biggest thing, is don't be afraid to use your assets as an archer. You're not really too much melee, you are a ranged opponent, but this is your shield. This is your bread and butter, right? Use it when you can. The other thing, you are authorized to use a weapon, right? One single weapon. What I have, everybody's knows what a frogger is, right? So a frogger is a belt clip. Do you have your gold?
I don't have it.
Okay.
You can carry a sidearm.
Yeah, so like on Geraldo right there, that short red dagger on his hilt. Yeah, so the frogger is the holster, and I'll wear a down stick sometimes, or I'll keep a down stick in my trash can. And what'll happen is, I'm out of arrows, I need to get some arrows. Cool. I know this is a weak fighter over here because they're newer, so I'll take them out, grab my arrows that are next to them, and go.
Still have you with kill too if they try to sweep.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, if I get bum rushed by, say, a barbar or a warrior, okay, cool, I'll drop my bow and I'll square up against them because I'm a decent fighter, and I'll take a couple of points off their armor or take out their legs or something. I'll die, but I know my teammate next to me can clear out the fire, right? So get you a sword that you're comfortable swinging, because even as an archer, you still should be able to fight melee so you can defend yourself, right? That's armor, arrows, bow. Spells. As an archer, how many incants can you take? Just like everybody else. So, get your spells. Find things that work for you, right? What is the new combo you've been doing here lately, this silliness?
So I play Artificer Archer, where I will go find a pocket druid. I will have them enchant me with Essence Craft, golem, immune weapon, and flame blade. This makes me immune to death because of golem. It allows me to smaller than my caster. It allows me to heal myself by a mend. Artificer gets 2 mends and 2 greater mends. Immune weapons makes it your weapons wounds kill, so you have a poison on your sword. Flame blade makes you immune to flame, and then you have armor quickly. That is the list I go with on the archer. I run it as a max small sword and blade archer. I barely pick up my bow and arrows, and I run around the field with 2 points of armor from chest.
See, so as an archer, there are builds you can be that make you a viable threat, right? Everyone looks at archer and goes, "Oh, that's nothing. They're not really fighters. They just shoot people. Ha ha. They're not really that much." We are viable threats, and we want to start showing them we are viable threats. So make sure you're taking your incants. For me, it's Phoenix Tears. Especially if we have a long reset point, or if it's a point that's really far off and it's going to take me out of the fight longer to get there. I'll have someone give me Phoenix Tears. Cool, I die. I'm frozen, 60 seconds or whatever it is. Then I come back up. I'm right on the line, ready to go again, right? One of the other things that I've seen people doing lately is taking the was it hardy weapon, the view weapon? I can't remember what it was they took the other day. But essentially it makes it so their sword isn't breakable, right? So they're throwing punch blocks up, letting the archers that are trying to take them out hit the sword solid, they're going. So learn about your incants, learn about the spells and stuff that are out there, find what works for you. As an archer, no one can tell, like I can tell you all day long, this is the theory behind shooting, this is the theory behind how I play. My playstyle is not going to work for you because that is my playstyle. His playstyle is not going to work for me because that's his playstyle. Helo's silliness, that's Helo's silliness. I love it. I love watching it. But that's not how I play as an archer. If you're a timid archer, if you're newer, which most people are at the beginning, you're going to want to stand off. So you're going to want spells and enchantments that help you from a distance, right? You're going to want a playstyle that works for you. So the biggest thing is learn those spells. Find someone that can give you what you want. Play test a few things. Don't be afraid to have a spell. What is it? Troll's Blood. That was a fun one back in the day. So I tried Troll's Blood once and kept forgetting what it did, and I'd go back and my person would just be like, "Rick, it brings you back up. You respawn. Stop dying." So I learned the hard way to make sure things did what they were supposed to do.
Another good one for enchantment to take as an archer, and this will piss off any of the bow users class, is Pro. Or you can take Pro Mag, and it will piss off the spell.
So Pro is protection against projectiles. So as an archer, if another archer is trying to take me out because I'm a threat, Pro, you can't shoot me, go away. Pro Mag is protection against magic. So if someone's trying to cast magic on you, Pro Mag, you can't cast that on me, go away. Especially wizards that are distance wizards, they'll be like, "Really?" Waste their 50-foot call on you. So essentially what that says now is you can use casting or abilities, including the charge you can't. So you can't charge the special arrows. That's a good one. I'm going to have to start doing this Suppression Arrows. I know it's a lot. I know it was a quick rundown. Are there any questions? Anything y'all want beyond that? Maybe no?
I just have a scenario, but I want to make sure that y'all have questions. To determine threats, say if Free is here and I'm walking up with a healer and if Free is fighting these 3 people, a healer, a monk, and another archer, who do y'all think is the most quick to break? The threat is monk. Because monk can block
It
arrows
also blocks.
to help the archer and the healer.
That brings up another good point, threat identification. Figuring out who the biggest threat is. So for me, what I do is I'll step back for a minute or two. I might fire one or two others, but I'm watching the fighters to see who the strongest fighters are, who's pushing the objectives, who's giving commands. If you have someone on the field that is giving commands, immediately target them. Because that is their control. You take them out, you create chaos, because now their whole team's going, what do? Because they got so used to someone telling them, hey, go here. So identify your threats, who your bigger fighters are, and things like that. With that being said, I ain't got nothing else. We can move into the actual hands-on portion of the class if y'all want to. Yeah, hands-on. Alright, ready? Alright, here's the rule set. You're going to step right here, you're going to look away.
Set up stuff for
What?
right. Just so you don't have to
Do that. I'm thinking of doing when I take my stance. When you're ready, you can turn around and look at your wanted board that is right here.
Oh,
my fair 5 seconds. 5 seconds, you turn around, you can no longer look at that board. Alright, are you ready? Yeah, you always hit the fire. There's no time limit for shooting.
I hit him, but it didn't go down.
I hit him and he went in. Someone else. Yeah, you're ready.
He's a monk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn away. Alright. On the leader. Also,
I'm switching up.
yeah, I code switching out. Otherwise, it's well, I've got all the crats can get a hold of me because I'm also a crat. And this one's specifically a hold of me. How are you going to take the fireys in one shot? Me and the Paragon couldn't do that. Oh, was it the issue? Oh, okay. I'm still upset that he got them to move and we didn't. The worm was in my way.
Oh, so why didn't you shift side to side?
Because it's easier to take the target down than it is to move.
Oh,
Nice.
Lovely.
Also, fuck that guy way in the back.
Oh, yeah. You'll look up.
look, he took the target and attempted another target, okay?
It's a good thing to do. He saw me do it.
Alright! Yeah!
How often do you shoot?
This is my third time ever. First time with a Renaissance fair. You, you're good.
Here we go, Archer.
I want to belt this boy. I think I have room for a page under me. You know what? That's a lot more than one target at a time. I think he did well.
Literally, at this point,
He's already won.
Y'all.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell the dog.
Hey, heyo.
Hey. What? I'm done.
Heyo. Do I have space to put someone apprentice to an
Hey,
apprentice?
look what the newbie did. Third time shooting and took out Jared.
Yeah. Third time shooting ever, and he takes out the Goblin King in a single attempt.
How long have we been watching?
Exactly.
Collectively?
Out of battle, I pause to rest. I take some time to catch my breath. Return to me my fleeting power to aid me in my darkest hour. Out of battle, I